Hi there, this is Mohammad Misbahuddin, Assistant Professor, Mechanical Engineering Department, Lords Institute of Engineering and Technology, Hyderabad. Now I am here to do the experiment. So Brinell hardness test. So the main aim of this experiment is to find out the hardness number for the given test specimen. Specimen may be of different type, we have the different material. So we need to find out the hardness for the given material. So now we are taking a mild steel specimen. So we are going to test the hardness number for the given specimen. First of all, we should know what is the hardness. Hardness is what? Hardness is the resistance to scratch, indentation or penetration. Okay, hardness is what? Resistance to indentation or penetration. How much resistance is offered by this body against the indentation. So that is called hardness. So for finding the hardness, we have first of all we will use different we'll use the equipment Brinell hardness testing machine, and specimen is given to perform the test. To perform this experiment, what we are doing, we are using a ball indenter. So this is a ball cone indenter. So in this ball cone indenter, we are placing a ball whose diameter is equal to 2 mm. Ball means it is a lead shot, okay, spherical one, lead shot whose diameter is equal to 2.5 mm. Now what we are doing, we are fixing this ball cone indenter in a holder, and then we are applying a load. We are fixing this indenter in a holder, and then we are placing the specimen, and then we are applying the load in terms of kilograms. So after applying a load, we will get the impression of this ball over this specimen. So that impression we can call it as indentation. So we can find out the diameter of the indentation. We have a device. This is what Brinell microscope. So what we will do, we will place this Brinell microscope and we will find out the length of or diameter of this given impression. Okay. So after doing the test, we will get the impression. Same impression can be found out by using Brinell microscope. So here, this is a ball which is kept in a ball cone indenter. Ball cone indenter, then we are applying a load. When we are applying a load, this ball exerts the pressure or a force over the specimen. When the specimen receives the force, then there is a indentation. So you can say there is a hole will be penetration will be there. There is a one small hole will be induced because of this pressure. So now our aim is to find out the diameter of this impression. First of all, we should know. So the diameter of the ball, we are representing it by D, capital D, and the diameter of impression is indicated by small d. So now by using this experiment, we are going to find out the hardness of the given specimen. Now we will perform the experiment. So this is a Brinell hardness testing machine. First of all, we should know the different component of the Brinell hardness testing machine. So this is a table, we can say. Table, it can be raised up and down by rotating this disc. Okay. So what we will do, first of all, we will place the ball cone indenter. Now we are placing a ball cone indenter, and by using Allen keys, we are tightening the given ball cone indenter. So this is called as this is a lever. This is for applying the load, loading the load or unloading. This is for loading and unloading purpose. Now this is a load selector. We can select the load depending upon our material. So now we are setting this load it to 187.5. So first of all, what we will do, we will place the specimen. This is the test specimen we are placing over this table. We are rotating this disc. Due to the rotation of this disc, the table is raising. We are raising this table unless and until it touches the ball cone indenter. Okay. When this ball cone indenter touches this specimen, you can observe the dial indicator. This is for finding the depth of penetration. So this scale is for finding the depth of penetration. Now a scale we have to choose a red one. It shows a B, 0B, 10B, 20B, 30B like this. So when the large pointer completes one complete revolution, what happens? The small pointer will move to the one division. When the large pointer completes two revolutions, then the small pointer will move to the next position. So in this case, what we will do? First of all, we are raising the table. Yeah. When the indenter touches the specimen, what happens? We will see there is a movement of this large pointer. Now what we have to do before applying the load? Before applying the load, we have to see what is the position of small pointer and the position of large pointer. Okay. So here the small pointer is on 0 and the large pointer is also on a 0. Now when this specimen touches the indenter, you will see the load is applied. The load is applied by the indenter over the specimen because of rotation of this table, or we are moving the table in the upward direction. Because of rotation, this machine initially applying a load. Initial load we have applied. Now the pointer is on third. Small pointer is on third. It means that the large pointer has completed 3 complete revolution. Okay. So now what we will do, by using this lever, now the lever is on a unloading condition. Now what we will do, we will shift the lever to a loading condition, means we have to shift the lever to right hand side. So now what I have set the load to 187.5. It means that this machine will apply a load of 187.5 when I am operating this lever. Now I will operate this lever. When the lever is operating, when I am operating the lever, you can observe the reading on this large and small pointer. Now the small pointer is on 3. We have applied an initial load. Before applying a load, we observed. Now I am going to apply the load. So you can see. We can see here, before applying a load, here the small pointer was on 0. Now after applying a load, the small pointer moves to the 2. We can say the pointer is just above 2. It means that the large pointer has completed one complete revolution. It means it has completed 100 graduation. After completing 100 graduations, the large pointer is on 80. It means that it has completed 180 graduations. Okay, the large pointer has moved to 180 graduations. Now we are placing this Brinell microscope to the place of indentation. Now I am placing a Brinell microscope. Now we will see the diameter of the given impression. So we applied a load of 187.5 kgf. So we know the diameter of the indenter. Diameter of the indenter is 2.5 mm. After taking the impression, here the diameter of indentation is 0.8 mm. The main aim of our experiment is to determine the Brinell hardness number. Brinell hardness number can be found out by the given formula 2p by pi into d, capital D minus d square minus small d square. So where p is a load which we have applied, that is 187.5, and d is a diameter of the indenter. Capital D is the diameter of indenter, and small d is the diameter of indentation, means diameter of penetration. Okay. So now I am going to substitute the value 2 into P. Load we have applied 187.5 divided by pi into D is 2.5 into 2, capital D, that is diameter of indenter is 2.5, capital D diameter of indenter is 2.5 whole square minus small d, that is diameter of impression 0.8 square. Therefore we are getting 2 into 187.5, 375 divided by, so after solving this equation, we are getting 1.03244. Therefore, after solving this equation, we are getting 363.21. So this is what Brinell hardness number. The Brinell hardness number for the given specimen is 363.21.